Sunny Providence today. I wish I could say that it was actually spring, but we're still in winter. I have to keep that reality going in case we get hit with more bad weather. But I am very happy to be here and say that it's warm, and I'm happy to be back. I had last week off while I was in Vegas. Thank you to Molly for covering me. She is an absolute sweetheart. So thank you. You're the best. I will reward you with some wine later on, I promise. So Molly was awesome to me. So I appreciate she let me go to Vegas, and she's going to have to do it again soon, so that's all right. Today, we are talking about Italian wine and dining experiences, and I have 4 guests that are all tremendous people, very, very knowledgeable in the field of pretty much everything Italian in one aspect or another. I've got Giorgio Rivetti, who will be in with me just shortly. He's from La Spinata and from Moscato Winery. We're very happy he's visiting Rhode Island today. He's actually in town for a dinner that's taking place at Beso's, and from what I understand, he's been out tasting wine with various restaurants and merchants throughout the day. So we're super excited to welcome him to the studio. He'll be in shortly. Then I've got another good friend of mine coming in, Chef Brian Kingsford, who's been in with me before from Baccaro. Very excited to welcome him back. He was with me almost a year ago, and Brian has got everything Italian going on over there, and he actually carries some of the wines that we'll be talking about today. And then Chef Willis Stepp, who is with Centro. Now, Centro I'm excited to talk to the chef about because he's got a great history, a great background with this restaurant group. And Centro is a gem. It really is a great spot where it's located in the Omni Hotel. So happy to be talking to him and about their Italian traditions and what they do over there. And then my last guest is going to be Jessica Granatiero from The Savory Grape. Now, Jessica runs a beautiful, beautiful shop. She travels the world, does these amazing, interesting trips, and she's done trips to Italy, and she carries an enormous amount of Italian wines in her location. So I'm excited to welcome her in, and we're going to taste even more of Giorgio's wines when she comes in to join me. So 4 exciting guests, great topic. You can never go wrong when we're talking about Italian. So I'm excited for that. And to answer questions that I've been getting in my instant message, yes, I will be acknowledged in St. Patrick's Day is coming up. We are dedicating next week's segment to talking about St. Patrick's Day traditions and places to go check out. So that'll be next week. You can tune in for that. Now, to get things started, I want to welcome in Giorgio. So Giorgio is like this Italian rock star I got over here. Ready, Giorgio?
Yes.
How are you? Ciao. Come on back.
Perfect.
Thank you for joining me. I'm happy to have you here. So you've had a busy day already.
Yeah. This is a good day.
It's a good day.
Yeah.
Tasting wine is
I'm always busy. No,
but tasting wine is never a bad day.
No, that's fantastic.
So you've been to Rhode Island before, right?
Yeah, several time, and really, I will always enjoy the time here because there's so many good restaurants and people's nice. I like this.
We have passionate people in Rhode Island.
And the weather is beautiful.
And the weather, it's gorgeous. It's actually probably nicer here than it is in Italy right now, right?
Now it's in Piedmont we have a lot of snow.
You had snow. I know. I saw that Rome got snow. They're out there in the piazza throwing snowballs.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So I want to kind of talk about the family history because you've had, now these 2 wineries, but you've had La Spinata since the 70s, right?
77 was the first vintage.
Okay.
I did with my 2 brothers. And we had, La Spinata is still family business because we own vineyard in Piedmont, we own vineyard in Tuscany, but we are trying to control everything. We try to do our best in the vineyard. This is why I like to say I'm very proud because I was born in Piedmont. Okay,
Nice.
Piedmont is a beautiful region for wine production, and also in Piedmont, 99% of the producers they are still farmers. Okay, it means they have very deep roots in the ground.
Right.
They respect the environment. They respect the varietals. Okay, it's something very special. The wine.
So it's again, it's a passion and a family affair with these people who have been there for centuries.
Oh yeah.
So, but the vineyard itself, La Spinata, was it anything else before your family came in? Was it another one?
My father was the founder of La Spinetta because he used to work, he used to have a lot of vineyard. After that, my 2 brothers and I, we took over the business from him.
Okay.
But my father was the mentor for us. He was great farmer. He was somebody was working in organic way 50, 60 years ago. Okay. Now it's very trendy.
Yeah, it's trendy, right? You're right. It's true. Yeah, but I think that it's a credit to the upbringing, like you talk about Piedmont and how the majority of the people there are farmers, is that they weren't inventing and doing things that were just natural to them.
Perfect. Right. They know perfectly the only way for us, for all the Piedmont producers to do a good job, to make great wine, is to do a good job in the vineyard, to be a great farmer. And to make beautiful fruit. Yes.
So give us kind of a visual as to where La Spinata is in Piedmont, how the vineyard
Piedmont,
is set
we have different vineyards in Piedmont. One location is Castagnolo Lance. It means, there we are producing Barbaresco, we are producing Moscato, Barbera d'Asti. We have another vineyard in Barolo.
Okay.
And there we do Barolo, we do Langhe-Nebbiolo, we do Barbera d'Alba. And the last acquisition is Contratto, sparkling wine.
That's the winery that's been around for a long time, but you just recently took over.
I've been working with Contratto since 2007, but we bought the property in 2012.
2012, okay.
11, that's right.
2011, okay. So let's go to Contratto for 1 second, because Contratto is the Italian house of sparkling wine, right?
It was one of the first, maybe it was the second one to make sparkling wine in champagne way in Italy. Makes champagne wine means bottle fermenters make like champagne. It was the first one to work with champagne grapes.
Okay.
It was the first one to work with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay in Italy. It was something special at that time, no? And for a long time, he was the only great sparkling wine producer from Italy. Yeah.
And the history there goes back a long time,
Oh yeah, we talk about 150 years ago.
150 years.
Yeah.
So that piece of land's been
Yeah.
going 150 years, and that's, and so you said you started working with them in 2007.
7, okay, and after that, okay, little by little we move everything, okay, especially in the vineyard. We change everything in the vineyard. Now everything is organic again, and we change a lot in the cellar, and really the quality of Contratto now is very, very, very high. If you have to compare Contratto sparkling wine with some other sparkling wine from France, you have to compare with champagne.
Gotcha. Okay. So when someone comes to Italy and they want to visit, can they go visit both of these wineries?
Yes. No problem.
No problem.
No
I
problem.
love that. See, Italians, everything's no problem.
Oh no.
That's
all the doors are open for everybody. No problem.
So they can come tour the vineyard, do a tasting at each of the vineyards.
You can go walk in the vineyard. You can taste the wine from the barrels for about La Spinetta. You can taste the wine in Contratto. We open the bottle. No problem. Okay.
Perfect. So speaking of that, he brought 4 varietals today. How many varietals do you carry overall between the two?
We are between Tuscany and Piedmont. I think we are working with 10 different varietals.
Wow.
Yeah. Nebbiolo, Barbera, Moscato in Piedmont. Okay. Of course, Chardonnay and Pinot Noir for Contratto. In Tuscany we do Colorino, Pugnolo, Vermentino, Ciliegolo.
So from a distribution standpoint, we're very happy that obviously that you're in Rhode Island, the United States, but distribution-wise, your wines are found all over different parts of the world, not just Europe, right?
No, I think our biggest market is the United States.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We like to hear that. That means we drink good wine.
Yeah.
We like to hear that.
Really, since a long time. After that, of course, we are selling wine everywhere. Yeah. But the biggest market is the United States.
We
This
like
is why
it.
I spend a lot of time. I like American people.
And we love Italian wine, so we're good.
I like
All right, so tell us what you brought today, and we'll get started with some tasting.
We brought
some of this.
something, okay, like Moscato d'Asti is from our property in Piedmont, from our property in Castellano Lanza. It was the first wine I made, actually. It's Moscato is fantastic wine. And okay, believe me, you can have a lot of Moscatos, but Moscato d'Asti is the best Moscato you can have because it's the only one with balance. It has a balance between the sweetness and the acidity and the minerality. It's not something that's just sweet.
Right.
It's something else. Minerality, as acidity, you can enjoy when it's young. You can keep in the cellar for 5-6 years. You can enjoy with food. It's something special.
So really, you can sell it there for 5 or 6 years?
Oh, no problem.
Beautiful.
No problem at all. Yeah.
See,
It's
more
changing.
education
It's
we get.
moving. It's moving. No, that it's moving from the fruit. It's moving to the minerality. It's going to taste like Riesling. Okay, like
Okay.
petrol or something
Gotcha.
like that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So then we got, so let's do the, we're gonna
Okay.
start with the Moscato?
Yeah.
All right, we'll start with it. Perfecto. See, I'm liking this. I didn't know you could sell it.
Cheers.
Salute.
Salute. You know, Moscato is all about aromas because it's from aromatic grapes.
Oh my
but
gosh.
when we taste, you can feel something very deep. You can feel something very deep in minerality, in acidity. It's something not too sweet. It has good balance.
So you talk, so you talk about the balance, and this is everything you just mentioned, and it's not just because
Yeah.
you just said it, but now I can see the difference in what you're talking about and how to do it.
Yeah, yeah. The big problem, okay, I can see the big problem about Moscato because it became so famous and they start producing Moscato from everywhere, from every countries. But like I said before, Moscato is very typical and also it's very unique from Piedmont.
So, pairing wise, what are some of the Italian dishes that you pair with the Moscato?
You can pair Moscato with so many different kind of sweetness, of course, but hazelnut cake or fruit cake. And also think about that, gorgonzola,
It's a cheese, yeah.
gorgonzola or spicy Thai food.
Really?
It's unbelievable. And foie gras, the same thing, really.
That I could see.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the good thing about Moscato is it's just 5%, 5.5% alcohol. It's something you can really enjoy.
That's a nice thing, so you can drink more of it and you don't have to worry about it. No, that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that one. That's excellent. So now, this is from the house that we were just talking
Yeah,
about, the
this is from Contratto, yeah. This is what we talk about Pinot Noir and Chardonnay because, I love champagne. And when we bought this property, okay, the only way for me was to do something in the champagne way. Champagne way was it means, okay, to work with champagne grapes. We are working with Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, You can make great sparkling wine in Italy as well, but if you want to do something very high in quality
Right.
and complexity, you have to work with those grapes because they are fantastic grapes. And we have a special vineyard, very high elevation vineyard.
That's what she's
High elevation vineyard means 2,200 feet high elevation. It's very high elevation, and there you can get a lot of minerality. You can get complexity. You can get the structure, also elegance. It's great combination. Yeah.
So, I mean, with the elevation, it changes definitely the style and the
yeah.
soil of everything where
yeah.
the grape's
Oh,
coming
yeah.
from.
Yeah.
So, at Contratto, has it been that way over the centuries, so that that elevation has been there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
In the beginning when we bought the property, the contractor it was owner of some vineyards that were not so high in elevation. We sold,
Okay.
and we bought other vineyards, and we planted other vineyards very high elevation. This is so much.
So you kept the consistency.
Yeah, especially for now with the global warming.
Yeah.
Think about there are some sparkling wine region in Italy. They produce sparkling wine in some regions, and they harvesting the fruit in the end of July.
Wow.
We harvesting the fruit in the middle of September.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Huge difference. Yeah.
Timing was a huge difference. All right, so let's try the Contratto.
Yeah.
That I'm very interested in trying. All right. Perfect. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
So today you've been out tasting with a lot of people, huh?
Yeah. Today was a great day. We taste with a lot of people and nice people, very eligible people.
Oh my God, this is beautiful.
Yeah. This is something, it's pas dosé. Pas dosé means no dosage. Means we don't add any sugar after the desgauge. It's the most important thing. I'm very familiar with champagne. I love champagne. I love this kind of things. Wait, the first thing I used to import champagne in Italy since 20 years. I just stopped last year, and I used to import beautiful grower producer. And the first thing when I was visiting my producer, the first thing was to taste pas dosé.
Really?
Because if you taste pas dosé and the pas dosé is great, it means those producers they are great farmers because they try to find the balance in the fruit and not in the cellar.
Right.
Because in wine like this, you can add maybe 5, 6, 10 grams of sugar. You confuse it. You make confusion wine. This is 80% Pinot Noir and 20% Chardonnay.
Really?
It's doing the second fermentation in the bottle. It's 2011 vintage. And we are keeping on the list for minimum 5 years. This wine was disgorged in 2017. This is make the difference.
Well, this
Great
is-
fruit, everything is organic. Okay, we are using yeast from the single vineyard. We use our own yeast for the
This-
first and second fermentation.
I'm surprised. I have not had this before, so I'm pleasantly surprised. This is perfect for seafood. I could have this with seafood all day long.
No problem.
Oh.
Oyster, seafood, crudo, everything, no problem.
That is beautiful. Absolutely.
You know what's great about great champagne, great sparkling wine? Alcohol level is very low.
So it's,
Well-
so it's similar to the Moscato where the level's lower on it.
Yeah, 12.5% alcohol, that's it.
So I got to ask you a question because I just got this question and I get these constantly. Is that this logo on the back here, the La Spinata logo? So where
Yeah.
did this come from?
This is from Albert Dürer, one of the most important German artists. Yeah,
So-
Albert Dürer. Okay, and the good thing about this logo, you can see
It's
here.
on the bottle.
okay,
It's better there. Yes,
okay,
sorry.
You know, it's the artist. It took about 15th century art. 15th century art. He never saw the rhino.
Really?
He made something like this rhino by description. Friend of him, he described the rhino, and this guy makes something like this.
That's awesome. So you had that commissioned right from the artist?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. Your question's answered, Alex. That's one of the questions I just got. All right. So now we're moving on to
Barbaresco.
Barbaresco.
Yeah.
All right. Should we switch glasses? Are we okay with this?
No, it's fine.
All right. I gotta follow his lead. I don't want to mess up here.
Now we talk about one of the best grapes in the world, Nebbiolo.
Okay.
Nebbiolo is from 100%, the Barbaresco is from 100% Nebbiolo, and one of the best grapes in the world. You know why? Because he has everything. Nebbiolo he has everything. And the end of the day is so unique. You can have great Nebbiolo from Piedmont, it means Barolo, Barbaresco, Roero, or North Piedmont,
Okay.
Gemme, Gattinara. That's it, nothing else. They try to work with Nebbiolo grapes in so many other countries, but it doesn't work. Thank God, it's just for us.
It's just for Italians.
Just for us, just for us. Nebbiolo, it means Barbaresco, it means Barolo, it means Roero. When you taste great Nebbiolo, you have the complexity, you have the aromas. because it's Nebbiolo is aromatic grapes, you know,
It's
and
beautiful. No
also
Salomonas
the
in
taste. The taste is so strong, so deep, and you can enjoy when it's young with food.
there. Okay.
You can keep in the cellar for 50 years. This is Nebbiolo.
So that's just gonna say, how long do you think you could sell it? You said
This one?
Yeah.
This one is 50 years.
50 years.
Oh, no problem. For you guys, it's easy. For me, it's tough because I'm getting old.
This was absolutely.
Yeah. He has the
Oh my
complexity.
gosh,
He
I
has-
could drink that all day.
Yeah, yes, great complexity. This is Nebbiolo. And by law, if you have bottle of Barbaresco or Barolo in your table, it must be 100% Nebbiolo by law. You cannot mix Nebbiolo grapes with some other grapes and to use Barbaresco Barolo appellation. I'm very proud about this because it means something unique.
Hmm.
It means something special. Yeah.
And there's a lot of that in Italian wines and Italian culture. Is that there are, like you said, there's only certain grapes that are indigenous that
Yeah.
can grow there, that have
Yeah.
to fit that climate, have to
Yeah.
fit that soil.
In Italy, we don't have, it doesn't exist Italian wines. We have regional wines from Italy. Think about, okay, Nebbiolo Piedmont, Sangiovese Tuscany, Nerlo Mascalese in Sicily.
Right.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing. It's about food. We have regional food.
Yeah.
In Italy, we don't have, it doesn't exist Italian food, regional food.
Exactly.
You can drive
That's
for
right.
1 hour with your car. You can have a beautiful meal. After that, you can drive for another hour. You can have a beautiful meal again. But different thing, completely different. Thing.
Completely different. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
That was fantastic. I could drink that all day long, and I can't even. There's the amount of things I can eat that with would be unbelievable. All right, so we got one final wine.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna move on to some of the chefs to get him out of here, because you got a dinner tonight at Bezos.
Oh, yeah.
You got
Yeah.
this beautiful dinner that the Jessica from the Savvy Grape was put together, and the team
Yeah.
at Bezos.
And
So-
today the food was unbelievable too. At lunch it was great.
Where did you go for lunch?
We went to this place with sorry. But it was unbelievable. Trust me. It was
I'll have to ask
unbelievable.
Nat, because if Nat took you to a good
Yeah.
place, then he
Yeah.
deserved good credit for it. All right, so we got this one,
The
the
Barolo.
Barolo.
Barolo,
Oh,
yeah.
I can't wait for this one. All right. Thank you. Grazie.
I'm sorry, I'm getting older. It's not easy for me to remember.
Well, you're coming into Rhode
a lot
Island,
of
so
wines, though.
drinking wine all
yeah,
day.
yeah. Cheers, cheers.
Thank you again.
Thank you. You know, the good thing about Nebbiolo
Mm.
is this one. You have Barbaresco, 100% Nebbiolo from Barbaresco area. It tastes, also the aromas is completely different than Barolo. Both are from 100% Nebbiolo grapes, no? And made by me, because I made Barbaresco. I did my work in the vineyard with Barbaresco. I did my work in the vineyard for Barolo. Completely
So
different
you've
one.
perfected a number of
Yeah.
these varietals there in your
Yeah.
family. Congratulations to all of you, because this is well done, and we're very happy that you brought these to Rhode Island.
Oh, thank you.
Cheers
Cheers
again.
again.
Have a
Cheers.
great time at your dinner tonight.
Thank
Very
you.
happy that you could join
Thank
us.
you.
Nat will take good care of you, and thank you to my friends Nat and Justin and Brett
Great.
from MS Walker, all the guys. You're in good hands with these
Oh,
guys. So
Thank you.
Thank you, Giorgio.
Thank you.
I look forward, next time you're back, we'll spend more time
Yeah,
together.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. Set these over here.
Alright,
Thank you, Mal.
it's like Brian's going on
Got
next.
it. There you go. All right. So, my next guest is no stranger to coming in. He was actually joining me about a year ago, so I want to welcome in Chef Brian Kingsford from Baccaro.